Hai semua.
So, um, I wrote a comment on my YouTube channel. She mentioned that I should make this video. So today we're gonna make a video about as an Indonesian who's living in the Netherlands. I might have some culture shock, and I have 10 points here. And oh, by the way, it is my husband.
Hi, I'm the husband.
And I'm gonna say 10 things that I might think this is something.
10 things that when you come here you might get a culture shock by.
So number one, the first one here is punctuality.
Punctuality.
Yes. As Indonesian, we are known as, jam karet. Do you know what jam karet is called?
No.
So jam karet means that you're very flexible with your time. If you have as appointment with someone, let's say it's 12, and then you'll come like even 1 hour later.
Really?
Yeah, that can.
But how can you ever plan your lives?
Now, as Indonesian, we are very chill, We're very chill with our time, like santai aja gitu. But not everyone think that way, because when I live in Indonesia, I make schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for some people it's a bit difficult, because in the Netherlands everything has to be on time. So I want to know from your side, as a Dutch.
Well, I would say that the statement is generally true. We like punctuality, and I think the reason behind that is because we value our time. Usually throughout the day, Dutch people are quite busy, and they've got work, they've got their social plans, and if you want to make appointments, then you have to fit in that planning. So I think that's the reason why they take punctuality so serious. But then again, there is some exceptions to the rules, because it differs from region to region. So, for example, where I'm from, Brabant, they have a saying there which states the Brabants kwartiertje, which translates to the typical Brabants 15 minutes, which refers to the time that they're usually 15 minutes late. That became a whole thing. So apparently Brabanders are not as punctual as the other regions, apparently.
This is also something new for me, because I always think that Dutch people is very, very very punctual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very punctual. And there is say, okay, afspraak is an afspraak.
Afspraak is afspraak.
Yeah, means that if you have appointment at 12, then you have to come.
You have to be there at 12.
Yeah, you cannot be earlier. Is that true?
That is actually a thing, not be earlier. For example, if you have an interview, you're always expected to be earlier, but you're not expected to be earlier in the extreme.
Okay.
So there's like the sweet spot of how many minutes you can be early, and like 10 minutes earlier is the maximum. If you're there 20 minutes earlier, it's also impolite. If you're too late, it's impolite. So it's a sweet spot for punctuality. Even
you saying that 10 minutes earlier is okay?
Yeah.
What about 15 minutes earlier?
Ooh, that's pushing it. That's pushing it.
So at least 10 minutes earlier.
At least 10 minutes.
Okay.
At maximum 10 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that I had an interview and I come like 30 minutes earlier. Yeah. And you said that I shouldn't come to the location like 30 minutes earlier.
No. You can wait around there and then go in like 10 minutes before.
I mean, to get to know the environment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that
generally true,
but not all Dutch.
Not all Dutch.
It's interesting. What about you?
I'm very punctual.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And that brings us to our next talking point.
Number 2, direct communication style. Some people, especially if you're Indonesian and you come to the Netherlands, you might get shocked of their directness, because they're not gonna make something nice or, as I say, sugarcoated.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that. They're gonna just say whatever they think and whatever they believe is right. But that's what I experienced. And sometimes, as an Indonesian, you will think they're rude to you. You know, me myself, actually pretty straightforward. I believe.
Yeah, I agree.
and some Indonesian who have communicate with me or know me, sometimes they also think that I'm rude because I'm so straightforward. And I come to the Netherlands, I'm so straightforward, and the Dutch people even more straightforward. So sometimes I also find my husband or Dutch in general that comes across to be rude. So what do you think about that?
I think the direct communication style part is true, but
Okay.
that doesn't mean that what they're trying to say is rude. It's more a way of not wasting each other's time in a sense, because we like to communicate clearly, so that it can only be interpreted in one way, and the most easiest way to do that is by, for example, if you ask a yes/no question, just answer that question with yes or no. Do you want coffee? No. Maybe a thank you, that's okay. But if you are so-called beating around the bush, then it's just making a situation that could be so simple, more complicated. So we just like to direct, or more so clearly communicate what we find on the matter. And also, we're very open-minded, the Dutch. So it's not weird to share what's on your mind, even opinions or how you feel about certain things. And that could also sometimes be interpreted as rude or direct. I would say open-minded.
I agree with that. Because I heard a lot of story from au pair, Indonesian au pair, especially because they come and contact me and asking or telling their problem with their host family. Yeah, they said that they have to work like 12 hours, overwork, but they don't say anything about it because they feel like they don't want to hurt them or something like that, or they don't want to make the relationship between host family and the au pair themselves bad. I always say that go talk to them, because if you don't say anything, they're gonna think that everything is okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's correct?
That is correct. We expect, like, we speak our mind and we expect other people to speak their mind.
Okay. Okay, number 2.